Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pumpkin cheesecake layer cake. So let's get started. To make the cheesecake layer, preheat the oven to 325 degrees. Then in a large bowl, add in the softened cream cheese and beat it with an electric mixer until it's smooth. Don't whip it or it will add air into the batter, which will cause the cheesecake to rise and then fall and possibly crack. Then add in the sugar and mix it in until it's just combined. Again, don't whip the mixture. Then add in the eggs one at a time, make sure they're at room temperature, and mix it just until it's combined after adding each one. Then scrape down the sides and mix it in until it's combined. Then add in the vanilla extract and mix it in until it's combined. Then finish it by hand to mix in all the ingredients. Then lightly grease a 9-inch round cake pan and line it with a circle of parchment paper. Then pour the batter into the pan. Shake and tap the pan to level it out and to get rid of air bubbles. Then place it onto a baking pan and place it into the oven. Pour hot or boiling water into the sheet pan until it comes at least halfway up the sides. And bake it for about 50 to 60 minutes until the top turns a light golden brown color. When it's done, remove it from the oven and let it cool for about 15 minutes until it's cooled enough to handle. Then remove the cheesecake from the water bath and place it onto a cooling rack and let it cool completely. Once it's completely cooled, wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for at least 4 hours or overnight is best. To make the pumpkin spice cake, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Then lightly grease 2 9-inch round cake pans and line them with a circle of parchment paper and set them aside for now. Then in a medium bowl, add in the flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves, and whisk them together until they're combined. And set it aside for now. Then in a large bowl, add in the eggs, sugar, brown sugar, buttermilk, canola or vegetable oil, pumpkin puree, make sure it's pure pumpkin and not pumpkin pie mix, and vanilla extract, and whisk them together until they're well combined. Then add in the dry ingredients and mix them together until they're just combined. Don't overmix the batter, it's fine if it's still lumpy. Then pour the batter evenly into the prepared cake pans. Shake and tap the pans to level them out and to get rid of air bubbles. And bake them in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. When they're done, remove them from the oven and place them onto a cooling rack and let them cool completely. To make the cream cheese frosting, in the bowl of a stand mixer, or you can use an electric hand mixer, add in the softened cream cheese and softened butter, and beat them on a medium speed until they're smooth. Scrape down the sides and beat them on a high speed for 1 minute. Then sift the powdered sugar into a medium bowl. And with the mixer running on a low speed, add in half of the powdered sugar, 1 spoonful at a time. Once half of it is added, beat it on a high speed for 2 minutes. Then turn it back down to a low speed and add in the rest of the powdered sugar, again 1 spoonful at a time. Then beat it on a high speed for another 2 minutes. Then add in the vanilla extract. Mix it in until it's combined. Then finish it by hand to mix in all the ingredients. Once the cakes are completely cooled, run a butter knife around the edges to loosen them from the pan. And turn them out of the pan. Remove the parchment paper and place them onto the cooling rack. Then trim the tops so they're flat. Then to assemble the cake, spread a little frosting onto the cake board so the cake sticks to it. Add one of the cake layers onto the board, making sure it's in the center. Then spread a thin layer of frosting on top of it. Then remove the cheesecake from the fridge, run a butter knife around the edges, and turn it out of the pan. If you're having trouble getting it out like I am, you can try placing the pan into a bowl of hot water to heat up the bottom and edges. And if it still won't come out, then trim off a little from the edge and use tongs to pick up the parchment paper and lift it out of the pan. Then carefully remove the parchment paper from underneath and transfer the cheesecake on top of the first cake layer. If the cheesecake breaks, then just press the pieces back together. No one will know it's broken in the first place. Then spread a little frosting on top of the cheesecake and place the last cake layer upside down on the top so the top is nice and flat. Then cover the whole cake in a thin layer of frosting. This is the crumb coat, which stops any crumbs from showing up on the outside of the cake. Don't worry about all the crumbs that show, and don't worry about how smooth it is at this point. Then place the cake into the fridge for 30 minutes or the freezer for 15 minutes until the frosting is set. Once the frosting is set, remove the cake from the fridge or freezer and cover the whole cake in the rest of the frosting, smoothing it out as best as you can. And that's how to make a pumpkin cheesecake layer cake. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I have so many more on my channel, so be sure to check them out and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.